Is up, everybody? Welcome back to Prodigal Goat Gaming. Today, as you can see, we are rebuilding the Raptors after the Kawhi Leonard trade. Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, I'm getting stronger! Manuel quickly, RJ Barrett. This team is going to need some playmaking improvement. We're going to change a lot of this team besides our top two guys and probably Colin Murray Boyles, as he is a good center that is going to progress very well for us. This is a defensive squad, and finding shooting and playmaking is going to make or break this challenge. So stick around to see if we, the Toronto Raptors, can win the NBA Finals. You can do it! It's the free agency. Everyone's going for LeBron James.
You are my sunshine.
Of course, we don't have the cap room for that. Tim Hardaway Jr. could be a decent pickup as far as shooting. So could Duncan Robinson. We could bring in Luke Kennard here, who did really well for the Lakers in the postseason. GP, another shooter at the small forward spot. There's a lot of guys that have a lot of potential here. We could bring in a defensive power forward off the bench. But what we're looking for right now is basically everything to come off the bench. We've got a couple of good young rookies in the guard spots. So maybe bringing in a power forward. Dean Wade, a defensive guy, bringing him in would be nice. Fits the scheme of the team. Like a glove. Duncan Robinson is going to be needed for shooting. I think him, along with Luke Kennard, will be great temporary additions to the team until we can upgrade them and bring in some even better playmakers and shooters. So we're losing a couple of guys. Mamu Kalashvili, probably need to re-sign him. He was a great piece last year. I do believe he goes to the Lakers. Ooh, is he not here? We do need a backup center. So I'm wondering, obviously we can't afford Jalen Duren, but I'm wondering if we bring in a Jay Huff, another decent defensive guy and defensive presence on the court, could be a great piece for us. We still have 2 offers left. Might as well throw some minimums out there to Landry Shamet. Bring in a playmaker like somebody who's a little bit younger. Ryan Nembhard would be a nice piece. Try and bring him in. But we want to have the ability to make trades.
Éxito.
Obviously,
right?
Silly me.
And do a little bit with our Keon Ellis, a good perimeter defender. Bring him in. Kind of a 3-and-D guy. Just throw some more offers out there. Signing for the minimum. Jordan Clarkson could be decent. And of course, we can get rid of some guys here. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to see how much our young guys progress. Kawhi Leonard goes down to a 91 right after the trade. Super disappointing. But that's where we're at right now. This is a Kawhi Leonard and Scotty Barnes rebuild, so we are, of course, going to keep him. Colin Murray Boyles and Jacoby Walter both making progression. Jonathan Mogbo at the power forward spot, really taking a step up. Looks like a pretty good defensive player and a rebounder. Luke Kennard, Landry Shamet. Okay, obviously some of these guys are going to go down because they are a lot older. Let's get to our first trade of the day, where we try and find a primary playmaker and drop some salary from RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. Emmanuel Quickley last season had 16 a game on 37%, while RJ Barrett had 19 a game on 34%. Let's see if we can get anything crazy for them too. We could bring in OG, put him, and Michael Bridges, 2 defensive guys that would fit well with the team and can shoot lights out from the corner. Murray had 17 a game, 30%. That's not exactly who we're looking for.
Nope.
We may need to combine Emmanuel quickly with somebody else on the squad. Somebody who we could trade. Jamal Shed last season, not looking great numbers. Ryan Rollins, 17 a game on 40% shooting at the Milwaukee Bucks. Derek White, defensive point guard, looking like an all-star last year. So instead of dropping salary, we would pick up about $10 million for OG Anunoby. Jalen Suggs, I would actually like that a lot. However, for the price, I don't know if it's worth it. Zubac, Dylan Brooks, Dante DiVincenzo. Let's see what the Magic would be willing to give up for Suggs. RJ Barrett straight up trade. I could do that. RJ Barrett hasn't exactly been amazing for us. We pick up about $3 million, but I feel like Jalen Suggs would be halfway decent. I don't want to. Definitely not. Okay, I think we'll come back to that later. We'll see how RJ Barrett does as we go into the season. If you haven't already, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. However, we do need to make a trade. Let's see who we can get rid of at the bottom of this roster. Obviously, this team is looking very congested right now, but as we go into the season and we get to that December 20th deadline, we should be able to clear up some space.
See you, chump.
Oops. Don't need to edit Hepburn. We do have our 2027 pick. I do believe the Raptors traded for some swaps. Gave some swaps to the Clippers. Let's go ahead and get to that December 20th date. But I don't believe they gave up their 2027 swap. Jaren Jackson Jr. for Scotty Barnes. No. Scotty Barnes. We love Scotty Barnes. Alright, we're taking a lot of losses to start the season. Aaron Gordon for Emmanuel quickly. We're going to decline there. Right now we have a lot of shooting guard minutes. And as I said, this is going to look slightly congested, but we're going to make a crazy team. If not this season, then next season. So stick around. Anthony Davis for Scotty Barnes. No, we're good. Thank you very much. People want Scotty Barnes, for sure. That's that special powers that he has. Special powers. We do beat the Clippers. That's a good thing. Little after trade game. We're not looking too bad. We're sticking 8th right now, and we haven't even made any moves yet, besides picking up some free agents. Let's go ahead and get rid of Luke Kennard, Landry Shamet, and Duncan Robinson, all around the 80 overall mark. We do need a backup small forward, along with a backup power forward who's halfway decent. Jordan Walsh could be a decent piece, however, I'm not sure how much I trust that. Tyler Kolek, Dalton Connect, Mitch. We could pick up a 27 first-round pick. However, I don't like Capela's contract. I would like Carter Bryant, however, and that would be a nice piece. We do need a driving force to come off the bench. However, he's not exactly the shooter that we need. With Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes, we do need to get rid of these guys, so we'll go ahead and throw him in. Manuel quickly, along with Luke Kennard. Darius Garland, a primary playmaker who's shooting great this year. Another player from the Clippers. Lauri Markkanen. If we put Kawhi at the shooting guard and put Lauri Markkanen at the small forward, that would be pretty insane.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
We'd have a tall lineup. Let's see if I can get a similar trade here for Ooh, Cedric Coward is a defensive, like a 3-and-D kind of guy at the Grizzlies. Michael Bridges as well. Jalen Suggs again. Murray, Randall, Dante, Pods. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in Darius Garland. Welcome to the squad. He's going to be our primary playmaker to start off with the starting lineup.
Well, duh.
I'm interested to see what we can get for RJ Barrett. We could use a starting caliber shooting guard or finding a small forward and putting Kawhi in that position. Ryan Rollins could play the shooting guard spot. We get two guys right here that are very good, Derek White and Peyton Pritch. That's a pretty fine deal there. Derek White, however, is 32, and we're trying to be decently young. Cedric Coward, I do like a lot. Brandon Clark is dead, so I don't know why 2K still has him here. He gone. Lauri Markkanen. This could be the play. However, we do pick up a lot of contract, and with us needing to re-sign everybody soon, I'm wondering if that's the right move. Let's just do it. You only live once.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And this team is only going to be good for so long, as Kawhi and Scotty Barnes ages. Now we need the backup centerpiece. We do have a really good starting lineup now, but the backup centerpiece is going to be essential. The question is who do we want to move on from? Also, a backup small forward. She shed. Yeah. Right now we're looking for either a center or a small forward or a shooting guard who could be a good small forward. Dalton Knecht is a shooter, 14 a game this season on the Lakers. 48% from the three-point line is very good statistics. However, are we willing to take a bet on him, or do we want to go with somebody like Terrence Shannon Jr.? I think we take a bet on Dalton Knecht, bring him in off the bench. He'll be a nice small forward piece.
Nice.
Who can shoot and is a little bit younger. We're kind of running out of guys to trade. Ryan Nembhard. Alright, right now we're just going to have to deal with it to that January 24th deadline to where we can actually make some trades here. The team's getting to know a little bit better, getting to know each other a little bit better, and we're picking up some W's, winning 3 in a row, and then we take a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers, led by the snowy Lakers, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Mamu Kalashvili. Who do they have the small forward? Oh, yeah, they were trying to bring in Jonathan Kuminga. I wonder if they ever did that. Okay, so we're looking like a top-tier East team, which isn't saying much. We need to be able to beat some of the Western Conference teams. Kawhi Leonard has really dropped off a cliff. 13 a game, 1.5 steals, 38 from the three-point line is not great. Lauri Markkanen, Darius Garland, I don't know how we're scoring. Like, no one's averaging. Do we have anyone averaging above 20? No, everyone's just kind of dropped off a little bit.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Lauri Markkanen. not looking great. We'll probably move on from him. And who else do we want to trade here? I mean, things are looking up. People are doing good, but I'm just not seeing it. Lauri Markkanen and Ryan Nembhard. We do need a small forward or a shooting guard piece. We drop a lot of contract, and we get CJ McCollum, who's looked like prime Michael Jordan in the playoffs. Trey Murph, a good 3-and-D character, and we drop a lot of contract, and we pick up a defensive piece in Herb Jones. Rudy Gobert, Kamara. This is just not going to work. We need somebody better. Is OG better, though? Like 10 a game, 37%. Is there some new role or something I'm missing out on? Teams are just scoring less. Julius Randle dropped to another 4 points. Then again, we do have a very good defensive squad, so I'm wondering if that's affecting things. De'Aaron Fox could be a decent piece. However, two small guards right next to each other, not exactly the best. What we could do is just completely hit a transition. We pick up Donovan Clingan, and Drew Holiday is an expiring contract. I do kind of like this, because we get a really good rebounder. We could put Colin Murray-Boyles next to him to start, or have him come off the bench. And then we can bring in Scotty Barnes at the small forward.
I'm getting stronger!
And now the team is huge. Yeah. Our team is massive, dude. Massive. You know what else is massive?
It's massive. And you know what else is massive?
AJ Lawson and Chris Dunn. Alright, can we get a decent... Adam Bona. Neander Hauser, 23 years old. So there is some young guys on the table who we could bring in. What do we want to do, though? A 29 first round swap best. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, Adam Bona could be a decent backup center piece. Jonathan Mogbo. Honestly, Mogbo ain't that good. Jackson Hayes. Wait, Jackson Hayes averages 8 a game, 5 rebounds. Would fit really well in the dunker spot. Have somebody who can throw it down coming off the bench. There's actually some decent trades in here. Adam Bona, you're very tempting. At 23 years of age, you could progress, but I'm going to bring in Jackson Hayes because that's a safer bet. Because we know he can provide in the dunker spot. Alright, I really like this squad. We get Colin Murray-Boyles, who is kind of a stretch 4 now. Colin Murray-Boyles, 10 a game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Next to Donovan Clingan, and we bring in Jacoby Walter off the bench, Dean Wade for defense, Jackson Hayes at the center spot, Dalton Knecht for more shooting, who's averaging 13 a game on 47%, where we still have Ryan Nembhard. I think we play him at his true position, which is a point guard, because he is 5'11", and that evens things out rather nicely. Let's get it. Let's get to the rest of the season. Let's get to some contract extensions. I really like where the squad is at. I do believe that we are going to win the 2026 2026 to 2027 NBA Finals. So stick around and hit that like and hit that subscribe button. We are on an absolute tear, only losing to the Wizards in the past, now the Celtics in the past multiple games, going on an absolute winning streak. Yes, we're going to stop simulating, and we're going to take a look at these contract extensions. Kawhi Leonard, we're going to need you on a lot less. 32 million is way more affordable. However, if we can get you on a 2-year and get you for as little as possible, this rebuild ain't going to last that long. So 30 million, just about bringing him in. Who else do we want to bring back? Drew Holiday, on the minimum, sure. Darius Garland, also less of a contract. Man, he was getting the bag before this. 40 mil is just crazy. Scotty Barnes, we like where he's at, and the rest of these guys will have to pick back up in free agency. However, if we win the title this season, there's no reason to keep going. Right now, we are third in the East. I feel like we've really built a great defensive and rebounding starting lineup with some shooters and dunkers coming in off the bench, and still keeping that defensive presence. I'm surprised we haven't. Okay, now we jump to second. We are on an absolute tear. We've only lost 26 games, and that's before all these trades that we made. Cam Boozer, Rookie of the Year, goes to the Grizzlies. Luka Doncic, Clutch Player of the Year. Chris Finch and Nathan Mack winning it over us. That's unfortunate. Do we have anybody on the All-NBA? I highly doubt it. Not quite, but we do bring in Donovan Clingan on all defense. I'm surprised that your boy Scotty Barnes ain't on there. We do jump up to the #1 seed. We are going to be up against the Boston Celtics at the 8th seed, just after trading Jaylen Brown. Still have Derek White, bring in Paul George, kind of a weirdly constructed team here. So let's go ahead and absolutely destroy them. We win the first game versus the Celtics. Kawhi Leonard, we need you with your playoff experience to perform in front of these young guys that are coming off the bench. And so far he has done that, jumped to 19 and 45% from the three-point line. 3-0 to start off the playoffs. Could it go any better? Not quite. 3-1. Couldn't get the 4-0 on the Celtics. Wrapping up a win there. Let's check out the box score. JT dropped a 37 bomb to stay in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Scotty Barnes had 28 and Kawhi had 24. Great defensive intensity, steals, and blocks all across the board. 4-1ing the Boston Celtics to start out. Could we 4-0 these Knicks, who won the title last year? Let's see if they've made any changes. No, they've kept the same team, bringing in a few guys off the bench. However, let's hope our team can hold out. No, the Knicks pulling it off to start. Karl Anthony Towns on 37.
After all that, they took him off the court to put him even.
On my boy, Scotty Barnes. What happened? Oh, wait, it was actually on the young guy because we put Scotty Barnes at the small forward. We might need to change that. If we don't win this game, we might change that. Okay, we're 1-1. I believe in you, Colin Murray Boyles. I do believe. 2-1. We just had a one-off game. We're locked in. Jacoby Walter, these playoffs. 12 a game. Jackson Hayes, 10 a game. Our bench is really performing here. Dean Wade. Drew Holiday. We have the defensive presence and the shooting. Don't connect. Shooting lights out 50%. And Ryan Nembhard getting his points. 3-1. 4-1. We do 4-1. The New York Knicks. I do believe we are going to win the finals this year. We're probably going to end up being against the OKC Thunder or the San Antonio Spurs. The Pels making their presence felt. They bring in DeAndre Ayton, have Murray and Sadiq Bey, Derek Queen coming off the bench. That's actually a halfway decent squad.
Stop it. Get some help.
Will they pull it out against the Spurs? The Detroit Pistons bringing in Anthony Simons. I do believe that he is going to the Sixers. I think he went to the Sixers in free agency. In reality, this is a good squad. Uh, Hopefully, our defense can hold out against the Pistons offense and convert it to offense as well. 1-1 to start the series. 2-1. Will the Pistons come right back with another game? And they do. 2-2. It's going to be a close series. That game, Cade Cunningham dropped 30 and 14. Jalen Duren 23. Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew 21. Anthony Simons 20. A lot of guys in the 20, in the double digits there. Meanwhile, our offense could not outperform them. We do pick up the next game. Will they take it to Game 7? Game 6 on the way. Starting off in the first quarter, getting absolutely trounced by the starters on the Pistons. However, we make a slight comeback, maybe. We come back within 2. Second quarter up by 9. We're keep pushing the lead up by 12. This might be a put-away game. We might put them away. However, they come back in the third quarter, making their presence felt. 80 to 77. Will the Pistons pull it off and push it to Game 7? The Raptors put it away, finishing off 14 ahead. What a great game from Darius Garland, Kawhi Leonard, Scotty Barnes. This team really gets it done. I really like how it's constructed and how it is built. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the NBA Finals. Who will be against the OKC Thunder, making it to the finals again after their win in the 2025 season. Can we beat them with this squad is the question. Let's see if they've made any adjustments. Shea looking like pretty much the same team. They've had some progression off the bench, and they look really nice. So this is going to be a tough series. Hopefully we can get Kawhi on some Shea and contest him for sure. And our defense will hold out against this OKC Thunder offense. Starting off, we do lose the Thunder. They take the first game. Shea with dropping 29, AJ 24, Chet 20. Our problem is the offense. So if there's one thing that we do need to improve, it would be our offensive intensity next season. If we can't pull out these finals, let's lock in. Nope, 2-0. Thunder leading. Colin Murray Boyles 10 these playoffs. Donovan Clingan doing his thing at those boards. Come on, let's win the game right here. We're about to get 4-0 by the Thunder. 2K loves some OKC. We do get a game in. Let's push it. Let's see if we can make a little bit of a comeback here. We do. Trying to get it to Game 6. This we will simcast. Starting off in the first quarter, who will take the lead? We're starting off, our starting lineup coming in and getting absolute buckets. We are keeping a significant lead until the third quarter, where we still hold out that lead. This is absolute trouncing. Absolutely destroying the OKC Thunder in that game. We wanted to stay in it, and this will be the final game of the season in the NBA Finals.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Game 7, we want to start off strong just like we did last time, keeping it pretty even to start the first. Looks like we're going to come out with ahead 3 to end the first quarter. Now we need to rely on our bench and our defense to come in clutch in the second quarter, and we pull ahead and get up by 11 that quarter, which leaves us up a good chunk. However, the OKC Thunder making a good comeback in the third, bringing it back. Now, in the fourth quarter, we will put it away. We, the Raptors, have won the NBA Finals. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have the team I should rebuild next, comment below. If you think I should have done better, and if I should have brought in some different pieces or trades that you think I missed out on, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and look out for more Prodigal Goat Gaming content. Have a great day.